And what is an institution? Institution is what connects everybody. Institution is which is long lasting. All the academic institutions have a longest life cycle. Industry, lot of industry come and go, 20 year, 30 year, 40 year. Institutions have a life cycle of few hundred years. Once you set the good institution and good values with the institution, as I mentioning, Harvard is a 400-year-old. Oxford is a 800-year-old. Institution, academic institution is the only institution which can survive for centuries. There's no private sector. There are only very few companies in the world which have a history of more than 100 years. Very few companies. You can count them on a list who have crossed 100 years of the history, like IBM or few companies in the global village, or for that matter, Tata in India. But how many Indian companies have just vanished in last 100 years? Which were the top leaders in 1970s and 1980s when I was going up and looking for the campus recruitment? Those companies are not even existing. So academic institution is a where you work like an institution. That's why institution is different from a corporate. I never want to use the word corporate because corporate cycle is myopic. Institution like is 20-year cycle. You have to think 20 years forward. When you think for 20 years forward, corporate thinks 2 years forward, 3 years forward. For these institutions, I call it institution as a 6 capital framework. If I look at it, this is a cube. It has 6 faces of it. For any institution, you need 6 things to be there. First is your brand of institute. Second is, who is my customer? If I'm solving the customer needs. Third is my leadership capital. What is my faculty? That is the leadership capital of the institute. Leadership capital could be senior, alumni could be a leadership, or faculty could be a leadership. Then you have a product. Who is my product? Intellectual product. Then how do you educate, how the classrooms are there, how you execute, how you take admission, how do you do the assessment. All the things comes into execution. And finally is the finance. It should be self-sustaining institution. So this 6 capital, if it is 1 centimeter cube, if it becomes 3 centimeter cube, how much is the volume growth? 1 centimeter becomes 3 centimeter. How many volume growth? Pardon? 9 times? Anybody else has an answer? 1 centimeter becomes 3 centimeter. What is the volume of the cube grows? 27 times. The answer we know it's 27 times, but we don't respond to because we feel that number is too big. And we respond 9 times. So I have various conferences. I always found the response comes to 9 times, not 27 times. But brain gives the answer as in 27 times. But say, oh, 27 times just by 3 times increase in the capital. So each leg, if you increase 3 times, your faculty improves 3 times, your brand improves 3 times, your end customer improves 3 times, your product improves 3 times. The total scale becomes 27 times. It's such a beautiful thing that you have to work on all the 6 capital together. But all the 6 has to work together. You have to have a leadership in your institute who can work on all 6 of them to make it 27 times.